Good day, fellow observers. Today we are going to do a Jollibee test for version 13.2.1. It's gonna be a 12-minute drive, 1.7 miles. Now let me activate FSD. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to? Okay, good. So now we're able to activate. Good slowdown here. Oh, snap. So although it has room, it was very cautious and tried to make a reverse. That was my first experience of doing that, of that happening. So good thing I have my camera on.
Now turn left onto Grand Avenue.
So we have a trip that is 11 minutes, 1.7 miles. Let's see if it's gonna be longer or shorter, because sometimes it could go either way.
Now turn right onto Loon St.
Okay, so we are making a right here, and okay, good. So there was this habit of FSD that whenever we make a right, it still kind of gives way for the vehicle, the oncoming vehicle, to make the turn first. Now that is good development, improvement for FSD.
Now turn left onto Queens Blvd.
That it maintains the right of way, making that right. So now we make a left here to Queens Blvd, which could be very hard. Okay, good stop there. Okay, now we advance. Okay, let's see, can we make a left here? Okay, good. I want to have it a left here. Nice. Okay, so we are at the usual route, and there is a chance here that FSD will miss a bare right, but let's see if it actually happens or not. Okay, so now we advance. Okay, so we have a green light.
500 feet, bear right to stay on Queens Blvd.
Okay, so now we make a bare right here. FSD needs to make a lane change to the right lane. There are no vehicles.
Now bear right to stay on Queens Blvd.
Behind me, so there's no reason that FSD can't, but I think it will miss it. Yeah, it will miss it. So now this is like a question, is it missing it because there's a shorter route? Like sometimes FSD does that, like it's not in sync with the nav. It actually does something different. So if you guys know the answer, or if you have similar experiences, let me know, because I've been tracking this bare right. Like sometimes it can catch it, sometimes no. Okay, so we have a green light here. Make it for this one. Okay, so we have a green light here now. Okay, we cross, and let's see if FSD would recognize that there is a no right turn. Okay, so as you can see here, it's turn right to 65th place. But if you are on the main road and not on the service road, which service road is right here on the right, the outer lanes, then you can make a right to 65th. But if you're here, you can't. So, okay, so it recalculated, so that's good. So now we continue straight, and we make a lane change here. Alright, that's good. Okay, now we advance. We have a green light. Okay, so we have a green light here.
In 500 feet, bear right to stay on Queens Boulevard.
So
now bear right to stay on Queens Boulevard.
We have a bear right here. Usually FSD doesn't have a problem with this. Now there's a bicycle
in 500
here.
feet, turn right onto 58th Street.
And my foot is on the brakes. Okay, good. Okay, we have a clear, but there is an oncoming car, but it's parked. Okay, so we have some time. Good. That was good. Okay, good. Slow down here for this parking SUV. Now we advance.
Now turn right onto 58th Street.
Okay, we won't make it. We're gonna have to stop. Okay, so we have a green light, but we have a crossing pedestrian here. So good slow down by FSD before making the turn. And good slow down here as well for this U-turning car. Okay, good. Now we go up, go forward. Okay, so now we have an all-way here. Okay, good.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Roosevelt Avenue.
Okay, good. Adjustment to that hump, no problem.
Now turn right onto Roosevelt Avenue.
Okay, now we make a right here. Okay, so we have a green light, and good thing FSD is giving way for the crossing pedestrian. And now we make a turn here.
Now keep left to stay on Roosevelt Avenue.
Okay, so we have a green light here. Okay, so there is a person on a bike here. So I had to press the horn because it's not really, what do you call this? It's not going to, it's not clearing out. So we have a green light, but good decision here because the intersection is blocked and I'm still waiting for this garbage truck to advance. Okay, so it's advancing now. I do think we have some time. Okay, good advance here. Okay, good.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Okay, good. FSD stopped. Okay, so I have to press the accelerator. So this is confusing. So the guy flipped to take away the stop, and then I think because of the garbage truck there, that might be doing some stuff. Okay, so now we're at a stop. I disengaged because it wasn't a clear instruction. So, okay, so I have to disengage again because it's actually trying to pass over this stop here. Okay, so I'm driving manually here. And I re-engage it now. Okay, so this is a tough part right now for FSD and the drive itself, because there is this sanitation truck that is collecting garbage right now. So we would have to wait for this to advance. And okay, good.
Now your destination is on the left.
Okay, so I'm gonna disengage now because we are here. So I'm just gonna give my takeaways. I activated FSD at parked by the driveway, actually blocking the driveway. And once I activated, FSD advanced and then reversed. And that's the first time I saw it. So that was good that it's able to adapt in that situation. Although, in my estimation, the reverse was not really necessary, but you know, I'll take it because I think it's better to be on the safe side. And then it went straight once it was able to move out. FSD advanced and waited for a green light to turn left to Grand Avenue, and then FSD was able to make a left. And then also on the turn right to Van Loon, usually it gives up the right of way for the oncoming vehicle that is also turning to that same direction. Now, earlier, FSD maintained the right of way, made a right turn first, and also it didn't give way for that vehicle. So I think that's good preservation of right of way. And then once it made a right, we had to make a left to Queens Blvd, and FSD was initially gave way for a turning vehicle before advancing, and then it advanced, and so FSD was able to find a window to make that left. And I do like it when FSD makes a left to the main road, which is the inner lanes of Queens Blvd. Reason being is that FSD will have an exposure to the bare right that sometimes it fails to do. So that's good that it was able to get that scenario. Now, FSD actually missed that bare right to Queens Blvd, which is bare right to the service road. And then it went straight ahead, actually. Once it made a straight, it initially had the navigation to make a right to 65th place, but it actually recalculated, which is good because there's no right turn when you're on the main road. So it went straight and eventually made a right towards the service road, and it was able to adjust to the bike that was passing, and also was able to find a window because there were oncoming cars from the right, but then that car that was first up ahead, I mean right there, it actually parked. So FSD saw that window to merge and was able to merge. And then on stop, we have to make a right to 50, no, I forgot the street. We had a red light, but on green, FSD gave way for a pedestrian, and then it made the right turn, and then it crossed an all-way and crossed the hump, and it made a right to Woodside Avenue. And the thing is, on Woodside, that was an interesting case there. It didn't cross an intersection because the crossing was blocked because there was this garbage truck that was turning, but it's not advancing because of the roadwork up ahead. Now FSD waited, and on clear it was able to advance. Then it actually was able to go to the underpass. Now the thing is, there was a guy that holds a stop sign and a slow sign. So FSD saw the stop sign, it made a stop, and the thing is, the guy kind of flipped to slow for FSD to move, but then it flipped it back to stop, I think because of the garbage truck up ahead. So FSD tried to advance, and so I disengaged because of that, so that it would just stop. The guy was holding a stop, but it actually tried to advance, so I disengaged again, and then I had to drive manually after that, just so I would be on the safe side. Now the thing is, FSD also was pretty cautious once I re-engaged, and FSD was able to adjust to the truck, and after that actually we're at the destination. So, you know, it was a smooth drive up until close to the destination, so I had to disengage because that's a very fringe case. Like when you see a guy stop sign, you actually have to stop. But I think FSD kind of thought that you could just stop, and once you see a window, like you can go ahead. I think that's what it did. So those are all my takeaways for this test, and if you find this video helpful or of value, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.